So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're joined here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifier press conference where we saw Great Britain take on Belgium. I'm joined by head coach Dario Jerja and captain of Belgium, Jonathan Tabu. Coach, what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
First, congrats to my team. A lot of changes, but I would say that a bit like a Senators take over, and they show the way for the young guys, how it's necessary to be done. Some of our guys didn't react the greatest and didn't have the good evening, but what helped us for sure is that we took away, after 11 offensive rebounds in the first half, what Great Britain have, we took away that offensive rebounds in the second half. We could score some shots, have a transition points, we had a patience, some momentum, snow, but controlled the game, I would say, after we took 16 points lead in the first half. Only first 6 minutes, I think, wasn't the way. We had 7 turnovers already. It was a disaster that way. But this is not easy. This is not easy. You practice 3 days, literally, and then you play games and completely new team. It's easy with these 5-6 guys who are there, but the new guys are a bit problematic, but we could manage. It was same for Great Britain, so you know, we looked a bit also towards the future, but our Senators today show to our young guys how it's necessary to be present in every game. And this is, I think, big experience for them, and I'm grateful that I have that kind of guys in my team, and happy for victory. So now, you know, we need to dream bit, even if we need to be realistic that Serbia will win and go, because we still have some small chances.
And in terms of your next fixture, you take on Turkey. You alluded to Serbia taking the win, they go through. What are you looking to take into the game against Turkey?
First of all, it's going to be even more physical, and they will play probably completely different than Great Britain. They will play possession basketball, but they know how to execute situations, and that's a bit part where we are now maybe softer and weaker in experience. But listen, let's play the game. Let's enjoy. These guys deserve it. So through all this campaign, we did a lot. So proud on everybody who was present, and we'll see. We try to do our best.
Any questions from the floor for the coach?
You lost, well, you beat Serbia both games in the first group, didn't you? So where do you feel it's gone wrong since then? Because you do arguably have the edge over them, don't you?
What goes wrong? First of all, I think nothing goes wrong. I mean, we had a year ago, actually, 2 games Latvia home on 1 possession, in Latvia on 1 possession, where we literally had 2 free throws on 50 seconds till the end, on tie game. We missed the score. Then we missed open 3, and they scored 2 free throws. We lost that game. 2 games that probably if we took one of the 2, we would be in a great position. But after that happened, in August we had a Greek freak, and all these things in Waka Arena. You cannot expect you will win in front of 20,000 people against Greece like that. Then we had a Turkey also without EuroLeague players, and with a lot of problems in November, and we couldn't manage that. They've been great. They've been shooting the light in the gym, and that momentum, 65% 3-pointers. On the other side, we was turning the ball over naive bit, and Greece game, we had a possession for win, if you remember, but we get offensive foul on 3 seconds till the end. So that goes wrong. I mean, if you can call it like that. So we are 3 games literally on 1 possession. That's question of experience, and that's question maybe of quality and some momentums. Maybe also decision making. Maybe I didn't have a good decision. But who can say something to these guys? Amazing journey, amazing fight. So that's wrong.
Those little moments go your way.
This is sport. You know, they say for coaches a lot of disappointments and a very small amount of happiness. But a lot of times they say that, but you know, I hope it's gonna go because these guys deserve more. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. And moving on to you, Jonathan, Coach alluded to that you brought in some younger players. How did it feel to see the young blood come through into the game tonight?
I mean, it felt good. It felt good because, you know, I've been part of this team for a lot of years now. And to see these young guys helping us wearing this jersey for the next year to come, it's always really a big smile of me. It reminds me when I started. So hopefully they're gonna represent the country the best way possible for the future. And yeah, it feels really good.
And it feels like the majority of the team contributed tonight. So what does that mean for you guys moving into that game against Turkey?
I mean, like Coach said, I mean, even our destiny is not in our hand. We still want to do a really good game. We want to beat this team because we know what happened the first game over there. So we really want to try to do a really good job. So yeah, we're gonna have to play the way Belgium know how to play, is together, fighting. This is our identity. It's always been our identity, and that's what we're gonna do.
Perfect. Any questions from the floor? No. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So welcome back to this FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 qualifier press conference, joined by head coach of Great Britain, Mark Weedle, and captain Carl Weedle. Coach, tough loss for the team tonight. What's the feeling in the dressing room?
First of all, congratulations to Belgium. I thought they played a efficient basketball game, and you know their experience, particularly some of their more experienced personnel, I thought managed key parts of the game. So congratulations to Belgium. I think we are obviously bitterly disappointed with the outcome. And one of the things that we've done really well within our squad is develop a level of intent, realistic intent, professionalism and approach. And we've really tried to instill that into a lot of our younger guys who played. So whilst we're disappointed with the outcome, I think that there'll be, you know, probably small parts of the game that we can hopefully build upon for the future, and I think that's probably the most important part about today, ensuring that basketball game is a key probably learning point for a lot of our personnel, some of our younger guys who are maybe playing in that environment for the first time, but you know, please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. We are a competitive group. I'm not a coach for moral victories. You know, I'm one that's about, you know, being present and controlling what we can. I'm extremely proud of the group, and I think that, you know, we have to make sure that we're really clear in what we need to do better at this level and how we can build upon that performance for the future.
Thank you. And obviously you mentioned there that you brought in the young group for this game, particularly debutant Amin Amadou finished with 14 points. What's he likely to go on to be as a player?
Amin? Yeah, I mean, I think that was Amin's debut, and I think he's shown that he has a specific skill set that can be really impactful at this level. I thought he pressed the ball really well and really disruptive hand pressure, caused them some difficulties getting into the paint. So I think Amin's performance overall was positive. But we just spoke to Amin and said, hopefully there's some areas of his game there that he can improve upon, and I think he will. In terms of how he approaches the game and how he works every day.
Perfect. Any questions from the floor for Coach Stutel?
Going to another qualifying cycle later on this year. What's the team going to look like? Do you know?
I think that's a good question, Rob. I think all I'd probably have to say on that is that my remit has been lead this window, and I've tried to do that with an approach of being competitive here and now and trying to do the right things for the program in the future. So I hope that there is a really balanced staffing and squad structure moving forward with a clear vision that everyone can work towards. I think that's probably the most important thing. What will the squad look like for Eurobasket 2025 qualifying? I think that's a question that hopefully today and Monday's game will help us towards. Hopefully we're able to build. Hopefully the program is able to build something in the summer, identify a lot of the younger talent, try and get the balance right of utilising some of our core group and some of our experienced group, and hopefully going to put a competitive cycle together. As we all know at this level, qualifying for Eurobasket is extremely tough and extremely demanding, and it can come down to extremely fine margins. So we want to get the balance right of building a team that can do that.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach. Moving on to yourself, Cole. Obviously, a tough loss tonight. What do you guys take from this game into the game on Monday against Serbia?
Obviously disappointed in the result of the game, but we understand it's a process. We understand we had a lot of new faces into camp this time, and things take time. So we have to look at the film, look at the positives we did today, and also look at the negatives. Look at the things we can work on and try to improve heading into a very hostile environment on Monday. We know it's not going to be an easy game. We know the capabilities of a team like Serbia. So we have to kind of brush off today, learn from it, and be ready to go again. We're a young group, but that should give us more hunger to bounce back from the game today and put in a good performance and represent ourselves the right way on Monday.
Thank you. Any questions from the floor for Carl?
Carl, you're kind of one of the veterans now almost in this backcourt. What's it been like for you helping the youngsters?
Yeah, it's a privilege for me, being having been part of GB for a while now. I see myself as one of the leaders on this team, and my job now is to not only on the floor but also off the floor help the new guys coming in to feel as comfortable as possible. We want guys to be part of a GB for a long time and have success as a group. So whether that's guys coming in for their first cap, 10th cap or 50th, we want everyone to feel like part of the group, to feel comfortable, to feel like they can come to GB and express themselves and be part of something bigger than themselves. So my job now is to help guys along that path, and also on the court to help us be as competitive as possible, and especially heading into the next round of qualifiers for Eurobasket, to put ourselves in a position where we want to be at that tournament.
Thank you. That concludes the Basketball World Cup qualifier press conference for FIBA here at the Virtue Motors Arena in Newcastle.